I came here because I had tinnitus. It was extremely loud, and I was becoming depressed. I was very unhappy.
Well, the main thing was when I was still working, and when I would get into a conference room with other members of our group or our board meetings and our committee meetings, I couldn't hear the people at the other end of the table. And then the same thing when I'd go out to lunch. I could hear the person across from me, but I couldn't hear what the rest of the table was saying. I really needed some assistance with hearing, and I decided this is where I need to come.
Many times I was told, your hearing's bad, and then I was starting to get what I'd call crickets in the ear. So I reached out to a relative of mine and asked what I should potentially do, and she recommended to come see Marla at Midwest Ear Institute.
A couple of things happened that brought me here ultimately. For a couple of years, I'd been noticing some slight balance issues, just like when I'd be stepping up on a step ladder, I just didn't feel as sure-footed as I had before. And it occurred to me a couple of times, am I asking people to repeat themselves a lot? My supervisor, who's just a good friend too, he happened to ask me one day, he's like, are you having trouble hearing? I was like, it's kind of one of those things that's like, maybe. I checked with my primary care, Dr. Franke, and he actually recommended Midwest Ear.
The obvious problem is ongoing difficulty with hearing loss. What brought me here was, if you can't hear, you get left behind in the world.
Somebody finally understood how intrusive this is, how awful it is to have that kind of noise in your head all the time, 24/7, and it was loud, and sometimes it churned. And my audiologist was very kind, very reassuring. The attitude was, we can help you. She treated me like an intelligent person, not a crazy lady who heard noises in her head.
Oh, wonderful, I love Marla.
Marla, the audiologist, came and greeted me and took me back to her office, and we had a little conversation. I got fitted, and boom, here I am.
I could just tell how confident you were and what you were doing, and it was just so fast. Like I said, I just couldn't believe, it's like, oh, that's it. And then figured out where the problem was, and I was able to talk with Dr. Ostrowski really quickly after that. It's like, okay, that's that. So no, it was a really great experience.
It gives me power over my own self. I wasn't thinking of killing myself anymore.
Now I can be involved in the conversation and hear and understand, that's the main thing, understand what the rest of the people at the table are saying.
I didn't realize what I was missing. That's the thing. Like, if you'd asked me before that, and even occasionally now when I'll just have them out for a little while, it gets easy to forget until I put them back on. I'm in big cavernous churches where it echoes, and a lot of times they'll automatically adjust, or my husband and I also like especially live music, and that's been kind of one of the really wonderful things, is being there and all of a sudden I'll sense that it adjusts, but all of a sudden I can still hear what he's saying. It's like, oh wow, that's just so cool.
I would recommend Midwest Ears to others. I have recommended Midwest Ears to others. It has been such a freeing experience and such a healing experience that I won't go anywhere else, and I recommend everyone to come here.
Well, I would always recommend Midwest Ear, especially Marla. We just have a great time here too.
Without question, I would advise people to come here. Ease of access, knowledge, experience. Yeah, I recommended you again just the other day, so.
Yes, I would recommend Midwest Ear to others. Very personable, and I like being greeted by the doctor or the therapist and being walked back to the office.
Oh, absolutely. Just the professionalism, how quick and how confident you were with making a recommendation for what kind of hearing aid to get even. I knew that I would felt confident and secure both in the diagnosis and in the recommendation, and also just the security of knowing I can come back any time if there's little things that come up or questions that I have. It's made me feel really confident in moving forward with this, like where I would never have been able to do that on my own.